Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today I've got another back issue haul. All sorts of cool things, new books from Kickstarter. I've got some cool AOK, a really neat modern variant, and a couple of Silver Age keys. Yes, Silver Age keys. So it's got a little bit of everything. I don't know what the future is going to hold in terms of my back issue hauls here because I just want to mention real quick, I was doing unboxing some stuff earlier, and once again I got just a whiff of mustiness and just set my chest off. So it's like, I should say I'm recording this well in advance, so by the time this airs, maybe this will all be cleared up, but I'm having an issue here where anytime I get any books that are musty at all, it affects everything. So what I'm considering doing is, once I finish taking all the other precautions that I'm doing, I'm cleaning everything out of my room. I'm getting rid of a bunch of comics. I'm changing all the bags and boards and the boxes. I'm swiping, changing everything. I'm being much more careful about which comics I'm buying, and et cetera, et cetera. But I think what I might have to do is actually go on a old comic hiatus for like a good 6 months or so to let my lungs reset. Now, if that happens, there's still going to be plenty of content on here. I have lots of other things that planned. I still talk about them even if I'm not showing them off, but I have a lot of things where I want to be interviewing other people about their collections, get some origin stories going. So I'm not sure. This may be the last one of these back issue hauls for a while, or maybe it won't be. I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen here, but I suspect what's going to happen is I might continue to buy the back issues but not open them, and then 6 months later I'm going to have like a mountain of back issues to finally unbox, and then everything is going to go crazy. But we'll see what happens. Right now though, I do have a bunch of cool stuff I want to show you. Now, the first thing I want to show you is from Kickstarter, and you've already seen this in a previous video where I talked about the revival of the retro Bronze Age books, but just got these in. It's Biff Stone Monster Hunter for Hire, Book 1, 2, and 3. These are from Gallant Comics, and the guy who does these is also the guy who owns Kablam, which is one of the premier self-publishing on-demand printers for comics. So he's got a big advantage there, and I think it's really cool that he's doing this. Really cool. So here's like a back cover that's an homage to a Mike Plug cover. It's really fun retro Bronze Age stuff. I really enjoyed this series. I also got this from Kickstarter. You know what? Let's set that aside. Let's just go right to the AOK because I'm really happy with this. I want to thank Tartan Phantom. I had mentioned on a previous video that I only was missing 2 issues of Zenith Tales, and he picked this one up and sent it to me, and I really appreciate the shipping. Was actually, I think, more than the comic cost him, because shipping is crazy these days, and I really appreciate it. It's in great condition. Just, people in the know how awesome this series is. And there's basically 2 types of people. People who are fans of Zenith Tales and people that just don't know about it yet. Because the art in here is, Mark Schultz is like the greatest EC artist who never worked for EC. It's just fantastic artwork. So I'm looking forward to, I've read some of these issues, but not all of them because I wanted to finish the run. And this leaves me with just the 1 issue. So thanks so much, Rob. I really appreciate this. As you know, I've been drilling down, focusing on my core collections. One of those I have a complete run of, except I was missing this, so I picked this up. It's Usagi Yojimbo Color Special number 3. I have the other color specials already, but for whatever reason I couldn't find this, but I finally tracked down a copy at an affordable price on eBay. The only Usagi Yojimbo story that I'm missing at this point, not counting Space Usagi, I'm not that interested in. It's something that I would like to read at some point, but it's not like, I don't consider it part of my core collection here. But I'm missing Critters number 50, the last issue of Critters, which has short appearances by all of the characters who had been in Critters over the series run. So that's the only, I have all the other issues of Critters, but I'm happy to get this and finally check this off my list and read it. Okay, now this next one's really awesome. I think a lot of you are really going to dig it. This is a variant cover by Dan Parent. You may remember a while ago I had gotten in a Dan Parent variant cover, which was an homage to the classic young romance number 50, the Crying Girl cover by J. Scott Pike. And Dan Parent did a version of that, but it was Betty crying, and the reflection in the sunglasses was Archie and Veronica. Well, here's another Dan Parent limited edition variant cover that's an homage. And a lot of you will recognize this immediately. Again, it's Betty. Here's the Chilling Adventures into Sorcery number 1 homage cover to Chamber of Chills. The cover made really famous by the Misfits punk band that used this as one of their album covers. Used the original Lee Elias cover. So I saw this, I had to get it. Again, at the time I'm recording this, which is in your distant past at this point, because I'm recording them well in advance, this is something that is actually still available. Now, with the Crying Young Romance 150 homage cover, they had only done 250 copies available, and they were $20 new. In this one, this also has 250 copies, but they did 3 different versions. There's also like a virgin variant without the trade dress, and then I think the other one is like a sketch version, like a black and white, and they each have 250. So basically there's 750 copies instead of 250. It was also $30 instead of $20. So because of those reasons, it hadn't sold out as fast as the other one, which is surprising because I think as much as I love the Young Romance 150, this has a lot more crossover appeal. But I don't know if they're still available. When I was at the website and got my copy, you could get the regular cover or you could get a set of all 3, but there were no options available to get individual copies of the other 2 versions. I have a sense that the Virgin variant is going to be the one that is the most desirable. Probably sold out first, but I'm super happy with this. I'm really pleased with this one. I don't do the modern variants very much, but I couldn't help it. So let me go get the Silver Age stuff, and you're gonna see some sweet stuff right now. All right, one of the titles that I've been trying to pick off issues here and there that I needed is Lois Lane. This one has been a thorn in my side for a long time. It's issue 47, and that's because it's a Legion of Superheroes appearance. This copy's got a pop staple down here, but other than that, the colors are great. It's flat, it's tight, it's clean, really nice page quality. This is the kind of back issue I'm looking for now. Something it's not musty, it's not water damaged, or crusty or whatever. It's been taken care of, and pop staple or not, that doesn't matter to me. So this is I'm very happy to get this off my list. I think right now I have issues 41 and up. I'm only missing 3 more to have 27 and up. So I'm going to keep plugging away at that one. I've also mentioned in my previous video, I think I recorded these in reverse order, but a couple issues of Strange Tales. With the acquisitions in the last video and this one, I'm now down to 10. I still am not going to put the graphic up yet because, again, I recorded these backwards accidentally. But Strange Tales 119, and you'll see the other one in a second. Before I get to it, though, you know what? Let me just, we're going to save it. We're going to save that for last. Here's an Archie 88. So I've mentioned this in the previous video. This is part of a really underrated era because this design was used for like 15 years. It was they just alternate the colors. So every other issue is this, and then the alternating ones had the red cover frame with the blue lettering, and they used basically this exact same design starting around issue 83 up to like issue 200 something. So it's like 15 years, and so people look at these, they feel like they're all part of the same era, but they're really not, because this is mid-50s, and it's much harder to find than the issues from the end of this design era. And so I think there's the issues like between like 83 and say 115 are underrated and undervalued. They're picking up, but they're just not that easy to find. So I'm happy to get this one off my list. I'm plugging away at the 80s now. I got a couple in recently. And here's my big ones. I'm not sure what's to show first, but this is technically the bigger key, but let's just go with it. It's Strange Tales number 111. Now, I've mentioned one of the big benefits of selling things off and honing my collection is I'm getting money to buy the stuff that I really want, and this is one of those books. So this is the second appearance of Doctor Strange. Is the first appearance of Baron Mordo. You can see it's missing a big piece of the cover. This is the kind of comic that I actually don't want to be getting right now. It's really low grade. It's probably very musty. I have been taking great care not to smell it or get it too close to my lungs. So this is not really the sort of thing I want, but I kind of got it a little while ago, and it's just taken a while to arrive. Also, it's an extremely expensive issue. If I were to get a mid-grade copy with nice page quality, it would be 4 figures. This, due to the condition, only set me back, I think, $140. So I was really happy to get this off my list. And finally, similarly, I decided to sell my Phantom Stranger collection because I love the character, but I'm not necessarily that into the stories or the DC horror stuff from the period, but I love the character. So I kept issue 10 because of the classic Neil Adams cover, but I used the money from selling the rest of the runoff to get this here. Now, I've always been a run collector, not a key collector, but what's going on in me is sort of forcing me to shift that. And again, this is a run that, as much as I love the character, the stories I didn't care as much about. I was just getting it because the character was so cool. So this sort of ticks that box. I think I'm also going to track down issue 1 of Phantom Stranger so I can have both of those. But I was really happy to get this. It's a low-grade copy. It does have oxidation on the staples, and I'm actually pretty pleased with this because in the photo it looked like the staples are rusty, but actually they're not nearly as bad in person as I thought they were. So they're not bad. So I'm pretty happy with this. This is a lower grade copy. It still set me back, I think, $75 plus shipping. So it's like $83. But it's the first Silver Age appearance of the Phantom Stranger, or the first appearance of the Silver Age Phantom Stranger. I'm not sure which way you want to say it, but either way, it's a big book, and really happy to get this. So yeah, overall, we're still working on all the health stuff, but I'm getting a lot of really cool books, and even if I end up putting the opening of the packages on hold for a while to let my lungs recover, I'm still going to be buying them. It's just, I may or may, we'll see. We'll just keep an eye out for future videos, and we'll figure it out as we go. By the time this airs, I will have already seen the lung doctor, and I'll have a lot more information about what needs to be done. But I think that once I get all the environmental stuff taken care of as much as possible, the next step is actually just going to be trying to recover physically, because I think I just inhaled something from that Lovelorn number 9, and my lungs are just inflamed, and it can't handle anything. So maybe 6 months away from the back issues will be enough to reset me and get me back to the place where I can enjoy my collection again. But we'll see. This could change from day to day. But for now, I've got the Strange Tales 111 is a big key that I was missing, and now I have all the keys from that run. I've got 110, I got 111, I got 114, 126, and I have 134 and up, so I've got all the other keys. So it's just a matter of filling in the filler issues between 116 and 132. I think I need 10 of them in that area, and then I'll have the whole run. And health willing, at some point, I just don't know how soon, when I finish that run, we're going to have a complete run where haul video, complete run madness video where I show off all the Doctor Strange stuff, which I don't think you don't really see that often. But that's in the future. For now, very happy with these. Check out Virginia Comic Con. VA Comic Con is the website where they do the Dan Parent variants, and so check it out. By the time this airs, these might be sold out, but there might be another really cool one because he does some cool ones. He did a Shield cover that was an homage to Captain America #1. He does a lot of cool stuff for them, limited quantities, and some of them are $75, $100, $125 each at this point because they're so cool and so limited. So something to check out. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.